So I'd like to eat a little bit tomorrow. Test. Lifters, 9 minutes to change your attempts. 9 minutes to change your attempts.
I am, yeah. Richard.
Nice to meet you, Billy. Lifters, 5 minutes to change your attempts. 5 minutes. worried I'm like gonna get off and just gonna like wrap myself, be gassed, and then have fun. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, that'll be good.
You've been pretty busy today?
Yeah, today's pretty easy. I just got two, two, and two. And I can do that all day.
What are those shrimp tanks you do? Like,
I don't know. These,
you'll have to like, say what they are. Uncontrollable?
certain ones, no. Certain ones, yes. They get eaten by everything. Like, fucking everything.
Fucking huge goldfish, man. It's like
Oh,
that
yeah,
big.
yeah, gone, gone. Not even close. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's funny. Of course the person is looking for some fucking Pierre Bergeron, I think.
Something like that.
I'm uh I'm doing the live stream for the whole weekend here now too, dude. It's nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No brainer. Oh, just get another meter. No more changes on platform 2.
Yes, maybe.
Bars loaded on 2.
We got Pierre up right now with going for 162.5 kilos for his opening attempt. He is representing Quebec. He is a Masters 3 lifter in the 105 kilo category, which is up to 231 pounds in body weight. A very, very strong opening attempt for Pierre.
Lift is good. Dan Jackard up next with 170 kilos.
Arching loaded for Ontario, Steiger. Steiger on 1, followed by Patrick Rodriguez.
We got
Bars
Danny
loaded on
Jackard
2.
up next, opening with 170 kilos, 374 pounds. He is also a men's raw master lifter at the 105
Make some
kilo
noise for
category,
Danny
which is
here.
231 pounds. Very strong walkout by Danny there. Gets the squat command. Makes easy work of that opening attempt. Let's see what the refs have to say.
Good
3
lift for
white
Dan.
lights all day.
Steiger, 175 kilos. Loader, 483. 185 kilos on platform 1.
Bars loaded on 2.
We got Ben Warsaw up next, looking for 180 kilos.
Ben's from Sandro, Alberta. All he wants to do today is survive.
Yes, that's very funny. I like that. Gets the squat command. Let's see what happens. Very deep, very strong. Let's see what the judges have to say.
Good
3
lift for
white
Dan
lights
on
all
platform
day.
2.
Good job, Ben.
What does the Masters category up to? I think it's Masters 5, correct?
M4.
M4, yes.
M4.
Which is how old does that go to?
That goes up to 70 plus, I do believe.
Wow.
Yep.
Some strong grandparents and grandmas and grandpas out there. That is for sure.
I mean, strong at every age, am I right?
For sure. I think they just had Masters Worlds in South Africa this year in Cape Town.
Yeah, sometime after Nationals here, right?
Yes.
Bars loaded on 2.
We got the bar load for Ronald up next. Looking for 190 kilos, which is 418 pounds.
Not a bad squat at all, eh?
No, that is for sure. Very strong walkout, looking very confident. Gets the squat command. And let's see what the judges have to say on the depth there. That's 3 white lights,
Good
perfect
lift on
squat.
platform
Pretty
2.
clean.
We got Marcus Hibbert up next, looking for 210 kilos. He is a Masters 1 lifter. So he just finished
Bars
his
loaded
open
on
career,
2.
I'm assuming. It looks like the bar is loaded for him. We're just waiting for him to come out now. 30 seconds. He's got lots of time. I've seen Bryce Krawczyk take his 3rd attempt squat in Dubai with 5 seconds left. So 30 seconds is a long time for this guy. Making nice work of his opening attempt.
Oh, easy.
Let's see,
Good
like
lift for Marcus
maybe
on platform
5,
2.
7.5 kilos at the most for the next, right?
I think so, yeah.
So
Conserve a little bit, right?
yeah, for sure. That attempt looked a little rushed for him, so he might have been a little flushed about that. So
First squat's always the most, like, anxious, right?
for sure, once you get that opening
Bars
squat
loaded
done,
on
you just like
platform
get that
2.
massive weight lifted off your shoulder, like literally and
You
theoretically.
can start actually lifting then,
Yeah.
right?
So we got Robbie up next, looking for 230 kilos. So this is our first 500-pound squat of this session for him for right now. So he is also a Masters 1 lifter, 105 kilo category. Getting very tight on that on his setup there.
Wow.
Taking his time, very nice.
Lots of precision in that, right?
For sure. Very nice walkout.
Wow.
3 steps there. That's exactly what you want. Big brace.
Wow.
Very nice.
Made really easy work of that squat.
Lift is good
3
on
white
platform
lights all
2.
day for him.
No.
Wow, we got Patrick Talbot up next, opening with 250 kilos. This is a big squat. This is 551 pounds.
They're loading it pretty fast too.
Yeah, these guys are like the pit crew of NASCAR, right? These guys
The,
are-
Na-
Bars
the
loaded on
NASCAR
platform
Yeah,
two.
pit crew.
The NASCAR of powerlifting, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Patrick's looking real fired up for this opening attempt. He's
wow.
going to get it very easily. Let's see this happen.
550 pounds here.
That's a very
Very
systematic walkout.
Yes.
Representing Alberta, first attempt at the squat. To be followed by Tom Keane.
Nice.
Very nice.
Blink and you miss it.
He's very happy about that, and he is
Lift is good
rightfully
on
so.
platform 2.
We got Pierre up next, looking to start our second squat of this flight. He's
got-
going to 170 kilos, which is how much from his first?
Looking to be about 7.5 up.
Okay,
So
that's a good call.
good call.
For these lighter weights, you don't want to be taking huge amount of jumps. For the guys that are like the 300 kilo squatters, they usually take like the 10 to 20 kilo jumps.
Yeah.
Right?
Bars loaded.
Is this a PR for him, or does it say?
I don't think so. I can't see anything anyway.
For sure. Well, he's going to make easy work of this right now. Fantastic.
Wow.
I like to see 2.5 kilos more. That's about
Lift
it.
is good on
for him,
platform
I think
two.
so.
It's all about every single kilo you can get, right?
Yeah, he wants to build that total,
Next
right?
up is Danny
Because
Jack,
2.5
coach
kilos
by Sun Lane.
might make or break a podium position for
One
first,
state 80
second, or
push-ups
third,
uninterrupted.
or even total records.
Oh, exactly.
Right?
And we've seen a couple of fights earlier today where they were jockeying for position.
Yes, the 66 juniors right now. I know that my boy
Bars
from
loaded for Dan
Bandit
Jackar.
Barbells, Cam, was just competing, and he came second by 2.5 kilos. So
Oh, yeah.
he definitely gave it his all there. We got Danny up next, looking for 182.5. It's over 400 pounds for him. Fantastic.
Wow.
Very nice. I'm confused. That looked like an opener for him as well, eh?
Yeah.
Good for Danny.
And he wants to shout out Billy, who's on our mic right now, being our announcer, and his son Lane.
Next up is Ben with 400.
Gotta do it for the fam back home, right?
Exactly.
So we got Ben up next, looking for 187.5. This is also over 400 pounds, so this is 413 to be precise. So for the gym bros out there, this is over 4 plates.
Giving it a good clean off here, I think.
Yeah, the spotters and loaders are doing a great job.
Looks like there's a little bit of blood on the bar. Already.
A little bit of
Gotta
blood on the
love
bar
that.
on platform 2 here, so we're just cleaning it up, keeping it sanitary here at CPU Nationals.
There we
Bars loaded
go.
on platform
Bars loaded
2.
for Ben. Coming out now looking very, very confident for his second attempt.
Very contemplative as he walked up to the bar, right? Just
Yes.
thinking about it.
Yes. He's wearing a Strong Arm Sports singlet. We got Mike here from Strong Arm Sports today sponsoring this event. Deep squat, very
Wow.
Lift is good.
deep. And it's a
And
good,
good
lift. You notice how
lift.
he's wearing the very high heel there on his squat shoe? Right? I think that is the highest heel you can get on the market right now, the Reebok Legacy.
I think so.
Sponsor is SBD Research.
Ronald is going to be attempting a Canadian national record here, 211 kilos.
And just a quick out to our platform sponsor today, Body Performance, Renee and Kevin from Alberta. Renee is actually our volunteer coordinator as well.
Yeah, she's a very nice lady. She's been very helpful this whole meet. So definitely the meets, especially at the national level, are run by volunteers. So it's definitely good these athletes are giving back for a session or a session to a couple sessions a day before they lift or after. So we got Ronald right now with a Canadian national record attempt, 211 kilos on his second attempt.
Oh, it looks like he has it now.
Let's see what the judges say on the depth.
Oh,
it's
one red.
One red, yeah. From where I was looking, especially from the front, it did look a little shy, but the side refs gave the right call for that. So
2-1.
Because they're judging the depth from the side right now, especially Barry there on the side. Or both of them, the side reps are from the back, which is good. We got Marcus Hibbert up next with 220 kilos. This is 485 pounds.
Bar is loaded on platform 2.
And it's loaded.
Marcus looking very, very confident walking up to this bar right now. He's lifting out of Nova Scotia right now. Very strong walkout. And he gets the squat command. Very nice.
Smooth.
I'd like to see maybe like 5 kilos, 2.5 for the third.
Yeah.
Right?
I
You notice how a lot of these masters lifters aren't like the juniors getting the back slaps, the ammonia, all that stuff. They got the old man strength, right?
And experience,
Yeah,
right? A lot of these guys have been lifting for years.
For sure. Lifting longer than I've been born, right?
Yeah. I mean, they can regulate their emotions a lot better, right?
100%. Robbie's up next from looking for 242.5 kilos.
Saskatchewan.
It's from Saskatchewan.
Here.
A rookie mistake, eh, for myself.
It's been a week already, right?
Yeah, it's been a long day. We're out here continuing to go strong, though. Robbie's looking for 242.5, which is 534 pounds. Very nice walkout.
Not wasting anything, right?
For sure.
Oh.
Very nice.
Nice.
I'd be judging it for a 2.5 kilo jump on that third attempt.
Might push 5. You never know,
Yeah,
right?
2.5 to 5.
I wouldn't say any more than that.
Yeah, he'll give it his all regardless, going on his shield. I like how these masters lifters, especially, they know how to walk out the weight. They do the 2 to 3 step walkout. You see a lot of the junior and sub-junior lifters that are a lot newer to walking out weights, and it looks like they're taking like the 4 to 5 kilo or the 4 to 5 step walkout, right? Which is very draining for energy.
Oh, exactly.
So.
And you notice they all wait for the bar to settle.
For sure.
All these masters lifters are very patient.
We got Patrick right now looking for 265 kilos.
Oh.
Very nice.
Nice. So much control.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Good lift for Patrick.
And it shows.
You can tell he's a very experienced lifter. Three white lights for him.
A bit of a dichotomy from this morning when we had a lot more junior lifters to now masters, right?
For sure. We got Pierre up next, and he's taking the 2.5 kilo jump as expected.
I think that's smart.
Yeah, it's very smart. Because at the end of the day, it's all about building that total.
Play with your deadlifts more.
For sure.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Bars loaded for Pierre. He's walking up now. Looking for 380 pounds on his third attempt. Fantastic walkout.
Oh. And And that is a good catch.
Very good fight. And Pierce stayed with that weight too. We never want to see a lifter drop the weight because it puts the spotters and loaders in danger, and he was very good to stay with that weight
Yeah.
and trust the spotters and loaders to get it up for him.
Next up, Danny Jack.
We all just want to get home at the end of the day, right?
100%. We got Danny Jackard up next, looking for 190 kilos on his third attempt, which is 418 pounds. Bars loaded for him, and he's walking up now.
Very calm, very composed. The excitement's all internal, right?
100%.
Wow.
Easy, Danny.
That was a really fast third.
Yes, very good though, because he has the energy now going into bench press and deadlifts. Definitely looked like he had a little bit more in the tank, probably 2.5 to 5 on that. But he's gonna save that energy for squats or for bench press and deadlift. Sorry.
Oh, looks like we might have gotten some blood on the carpet, I think. We're giving it a good little clean here.
Guys having some nosebleeds or something like that. I'm not sure.
I think so.
Have you seen the World's Strongest Man and all those guys like Eddie Hall when he locked out his 500 kilo deadlift? And he there's just blood pouring out of his nose, right? So
All that pressure, right?
Yeah.
It's got to go somewhere.
for real.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Bars lower for Ben. He's looking for 195 kilos. 3 reds, green, and a collar each side. 429.9 pounds.
That's a nice consistent increase, right? 7.5 both.
For sure. Wearing the Strong Arm Sports singlet, and he's a very, very strong Masters lifter. Very deep,
Wow.
and it looked like just a perfect call for his third attempt.
Good lift.
3 white lights all day.
Wow.
We got Ronald up next looking for a Canadian national record
Next up is
attempt.
Ron attempting another Canadian
215
national
kilos.
record,
Break your own attempt, right? Your record, right?
For sure. This is 473 pounds, so just under 5 plates for the gym bros out there.
And he just looks at the bar like it's nothing, you know?
Sure.
Again, just north of 500 pounds per ton.
Wow.
3-step walkout, perfect. Gets the squat command. Let's see what the judges have to say.
All right.
3 white lights.
Perfect.
Congratulations on the national record, Ronald.
Setting that bar higher every single time.
For sure, records are meant to be broken, always.
We have a 7.5 kilo jump for Marcus here.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
We got Marcus up next looking for 227.5. This is over 500 pounds, just over by a pound and a half, so 501.55.
Nice deep breath. Oh. Beautiful squat. Good job, Marcus.
Perfect third attempt. 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
And his handler is very, very happy with that. It's definitely good that these lifters have handlers there on competition day, because it definitely takes the edge off having someone there for the mental and emotional support. Right? It's definitely a big confidence booster as well to have someone there in your corner to judge your warm-ups and just how you're feeling and all that stuff. So very good on these guys to
All you have to do
help
is
out.
eat and lift.
For sure. So
We got
we got
Robbie here.
Robbie up next with 247.5.
Nice and tight on that bar there.
Good lift, Ultimo, 240 kilos.
3-step walkout, beautiful.
For Alberta provincial record attempt,
Gets the squat command.
Allen.
Very, very nice grind. This was a
Wow.
perfect call.
It was still
Good
looked
lift on
super
platform
smooth.
2.
Yes. 3 white lights all day.
Oh, good
And that
job.
was a perfect squat attempt for him.
Next up, we have
We got
Patrick Talbot.
Patrick up next looking for 272.5, and he is going to go for a provincial record attempt.
272.5 kilos, 600 pounds.
This is 600 pounds even.
Bars
Bars
on
loaded.
platform 2.
For this provincial record attempt here.
Patrick is definitely dialed in for this attempt. He knows that this record is his for the taking.
Nice walkout.
Beautiful 3-step walkout, the way it should be. Very, very nice. He's very, very happy with that as well.
Good
Trois
lift for
blanc.
Patrick. Ball lift.
Congratulations on the,
Three wipes.
on the record, Patrick.
Congratulations.
All right,
I
we're
love
going
seeing
into
these lifters with the 3-step walkout because I don't want to see someone walking out a third attempt at maximal effort for 5-6 steps and it looks like they're going for a walk with a dog, right? So
Yeah.
like 3, 2, like you see a lot of the equipped lifters, especially they are professional walkout artists with that like 2 steps, some of them. So
It's kind of like a safety too, because if you're starting to fail, it's easier to get you into the rack, right?
for sure, 100%. I'm definitely at fault for that sometimes when I do max squats. I get a little bit too far up and I walk back a little too far, right? So you gotta keep it in your head that like it saves energy and it's definitely there for your safety
There
as
he
well.
is.
Oh, exactly.
So we got Martin up next. He's looking for 145 to start off flight B.
He still has about 30 seconds left to get that start command, right?
Lots of time. The opening attempt might have been a
Good
little
lift for
bit
Martin.
heavy on that. Might have opened a little bit heavy, but he still gets it anyways. 3 white lights, and he's on the board.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. For the people at home wondering, in a powerlifting competition, you need to get 1 out of your 3 attempts per lift.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
If not, you will bomb out, right? So only at the World Championships do they let you continue to lift, right? Because you can medal for squat, bench, and deadlift,
Yes.
right? But you will not get anything for the total, right? So openers are openers, right? You give it your all for thirds. That's when you start loading up the 103%, 104%, right? So
And you want to be smart. You don't want to put like 120% in your third squat and not have anything, right?
for sure,
Terrence here.
very deep and controlled squat, and
Oh.
it's 2 to 1.
Good lift on platform 2.
Still a good lift.
So if you notice,
Next
they're
up, we have
moving the
Ron
racks
Strong,
here
200
in.
kilos.
Some lifters
Ron
really
is
like
an absolute
to
legend in the
put their hands
CPU.
outside of the rack to squat.
If they're lacking
With a name like that,
the
you
shoulder
can't not be a
mobility,
powerlifter.
etc.
And coming up here, we've got Ron Strong.
Bars loaded for Ron Strong.
He is a very, very strong Masters 3 lifter. And you can tell because his last name is Strong.
And he's been to quite a few worlds.
This guy is definitely a veteran in the powerlifting community. Everyone knows him. He's going to make easy work of this opening attempt.
Wow. Fast.
Fantastic. Beautiful
Good lift for
squat.
Big Ron. Next up, we have Tim Nadu.
We got
Team
Tim
Alberta
from
coach. He's attempting
Alberta.
215
He's one of
kilos
our
here.
head coaches in Alberta for nationals this year.
Very nice.
Smiliest guy I've ever met.
And he's actually competing too, so
Bars loaded for
good
Tim.
on him.
He actually coached his wife yesterday too.
Fantastic.
Runs in the family.
Best date night you'll ever have, right?
Yeah.
He's getting very tight on this opening attempt. Taking his time for the setup. Strong walkout, very nice.
Wider stance, eh?
Makes sense because he is a taller fellow.
Oh, yeah. Gotta try to get in that
Good
hole,
lift for
right?
Tim.
Yeah, regardless, makes easy work of the opening attempt. 3 white lights all day. We got Michael Forster up next. He's from Ultimate Fitness Gyms in Renfrew, Arn Pryor, Ontario. If Paul Valanicourt's watching, I say it's hi from Matt Shapira. He's looking for 227.5, 501
Bars loaded on
pounds.
platform 2.
Mike is also a retired
Michael's
Ontario
wearing that
Provincial
sweet
Police
SCP
officer as well.
Canada
So just some
Wow.
fun facts
Means
about
he's been
him.
a member of the Canadian National
He was
Wearing-
also in
Team before.
Sweden last year at World Championships, so I got to catch up with him, which was pretty cool. So
Wearing that nice Canada singlet, eh?
for sure, you gotta earn that singlet. All these guys here that are wearing it, they've earned that singlet to represent Canada at Worlds.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. Brent Novosborski, Alberta.
Gets the squat command.
Third attempt.
Very deep
Wow.
and easy squat. I was talking
Good
to him
lift for
earlier
big
today,
leg
and
on
he said that he is
platform
planning on going for some records today. So I
Yeah.
won't give too much of a sneak peek of what he's trying to hit, just in case any of the anyone's watching is gonna tell the competitors, right? So, but regardless, he's gonna have a great meet. So we got Dale up next, looking for 235 kilos, 518 pounds. This is a very big opening attempt.
These are not easy squats.
You can tell that this guy is strong as well because he has a very nice beard.
Beards make you stronger.
Yes, of course. Beards make the difference. Gets the squat command here.
Wow.
Easy opening attempt. Let's see what the judges have to say.
3 white
3 white
lights.
lights
On platform
all day.
2.
We got Steven up next, looking for 260 kilos. This is 573 pounds.
Ready. Matthew McKay. Third attempt. 210 kilos. Jared Janice to follow.
He is a Masters 1 lifter. He must just have turned to the Masters because he's still looking like a young fellow, eh?
Yeah. I wouldn't have called him a Masters 1, that's for sure.
Yeah. Gets the squat command here.
Oh,
Very
wow.
deep. Very nice. I think that's
Lift is good
high
for
bar as
Steven.
well. He's squatting high bar. It looked like from this angle. Oh, very impressive high bar squat. And it looks like they're raising this bar to the ceiling for some very tall fellow coming up next. I don't even think I can reach that for a shoulder press height.
And those are fun to spot.
The spot?
yeah,
I'd
I-
rather sit at this table, thank you very much.
I had a couple at Worlds 2 years ago that were twice my height, I swear. Crossing your fingers, right?
So we got Jonathan up next. He is representing Ontario today. He is out of the Vault Barbell Club in Guelph, Ontario.
Three white lights. Good lift. Jared Janice. Sitting for
I thought I
Good lift. On
3
platform
white
3.
lights all day. Very good lift.
He wants to set a PR today. I think it's
Yeah.
in him.
His hobbies
Next
are
up is Scott
eating,
Robertson
photography, and
from
music.
BC. He's attempting
And
265
his favorite
kilos.
powerlifting moment is hitting a 275 squat at 2019 provincials. And today his goal is just to set a PR in anything. We got Scott Robertson up next, looking for 265 kilos. This is a big opening attempt. 585.
Oh my goodness.
For the gym bros out there, this is
Platform
6
2.
plates.
It's not something you see every day, that's for sure.
Oh. He's getting dialed in for this and taking his time.
Just so calm about it, too.
Orders, please. We need 232.5.
Wow. Walks it out like nothing.
Very nice walkout.
Wow. That's fast.
Very nice squat.
Good lift for Scott on platform 2.
I think we're back to the top of our seconds here.
Yes. We got Martin right now looking for 160 kilos, 352 pounds.
Next up is Martin. Took his glasses off.
Honestly, shout out to our spotters and loaders. They are moving quick.
Yeah, these guys are definitely very fast today. No messing about for them.
Nope, not at all.
Very nice walkout from Martin.
Oh,
Very nice.
very nice.
I would say 2.5 to 5 on the next jump for this third. No more than that. He's got to play it safe and think about bench pressing and deadlifting as well. We got Terrence up next looking for 200 kilos. This is 440. 440 pounds.
Congratulations.
You too. Nice and relaxed walking up to the bar. Very confident in his ability to squat this, that's for sure. Nice calculated walkout here.
Gets the squat command.
Oh,
Gets it up, but let's see what the judges have to say about the depth.
oh, a little
issue.
high.
Yeah, the issue with depth there. So it's definitely not a strength issue, but more so just a depth issue. So the hip crease has to be parallel with the knee, or if not below, right? If not, they will be called on depth, and it will not be a good lift.
I think he'll probably repeat that, eh?
For sure.
You can always take the chance going up,
Bars
but
loaded
Sure.
for Big Ron here.
We got Ron
Ron
Strong
Strong.
up next, 220 kilos, 485 pounds.
he set his first world record in 2010 in Quebec City.
I believe this is a 20 kilo jump for him.
And they take quite big jumps, a lot of these larger
Yes.
guys, eh? Yeah, light.
Very nice. Again, I'd like to see
Good
another
lift for
2.5
Ron
out of
Strong.
5 out of that. Right, did look a little bit of a form breakdown there, but he'll get fired up and he'll get the third
Next
attempt
up
for
is
sure.
Tim Nadeau, attempting 227.5 kilos, 500 pounds.
We got Timothy up next, looking for 227.5.
Bars
All
loaded for
right,
Tim.
Tim. Tim is from St. Albert in Alberta here. And his goal today is to not die. Well, he's got the rest of the week to coach, so I really hope he doesn't.
Getting very fired up for the squat.
And he's being handled by Shane Martin, our new president.
Shane Martin, I think, has the strongest bench in CPU history. And this is the
That's
rack command.
Good
Oh,
lift for
Three
Tim
white
on
lights.
platform
good
2.
job, Tim.
Yeah, but I believe Shane Martin has the best bench press in CPU history. I think it's something ridiculous, like
700.
over 700 pounds or something crazy, right? So a very strong guy, and he's a very nice guy as
Canadian
well.
record attempt here for Michael, 240 kilos.
There we go. We got Michael up next, going for the Canadian national record attempt, just like I said he would. So, and this is just a second attempt too. So we're gonna
Bars loaded on
Probably
platform
break
2.
his own.
we're gonna see some more weight out of him for sure,
Yeah, he made that first one look easy.
for sure. Opening attempts always should be easy.
Exactly.
Getting very tight.
Nice little walkout.
Gets the squat command.
Nice and deep.
Very deep.
Oh,
Good lift for Michael and a new Canadian
He
national
has the
record.
Canadian national record. I'd like to see, he does have the secure for that now, so I'd like to see him maybe put on another 5 to 7.5 kilos on that bar for himself.
Break your own record. It's a good way to
Bars
go.
loaded on
For sure.
platform 2.
Because that way he's still fresh going into the bench press and the deadlift. If he's looking to come out with the overall win.
I bought it. Yeah.
We got Dale up next looking for 245. Very strong walkout for him.
A little smaller than last time, eh?
Yeah.
But just
Easy
as fast.
work. Just so
Good
smooth,
lift on
so
platform
easy.
2.
Very precise. I like that. His walkout was just almost like a machine walkout.
His walkout looks a little shaky, but he makes up for it in the squat because it is so easy for him.
I mean, if I had that much weight on my back, I'd probably be shaking too.
Hey, you're doing the
Bars loaded on
stanky
platform
leg.
2.
180 kilos on platform 1 for Kevin.
We got Steven up next.
Another Alberta lifter.
270 kilos, 595 pounds.
He's an organizational psychologist.
Very, very cool. So he's not only strong, but he's very smart.
Wow.
Making easy work of that squat.
Good lift on platform
Beautiful
2.
high bar squat there.
And he's doing his PhD in psychology.
Fantastic, dude. That's no easy task to do train for powerlifting and do a PhD. So I can definitely speak for that as a university student. I struggled doing my undergrad, doing powerlifting competitions and doing my undergrad. So he's doing his doctorate and he's still powerlifting. So
There's
hat
a,
off to you, my friend. So
there's a lot of students in powerlifting.
for
It's
sure.
Bars
amazing.
loaded on platform 2.
They've actually started doing IPF World University Powerlifting Championship. The last year they had held it in Estonia, right? And they don't divide it by age category, so it's open. So you can be a 21-year-old lifter and you can be facing off against someone that's 30 doing their doctorate. So we got Jonathan up next looking for 270 kilos, 595 out of Guelph, Ontario. Oh,
Oh,
looked a bit heavy.
Unfortunately, no lift for John there. Good
He's
fight.
still got his third attempt though to take that.
I think it's there.
Next up is
I think
Scott
he has it.
Robinson. 280 kilos.
Looked a
on
bit
the
like
bar
a
here.
little bit of a misgroove
617
there.
Pounds.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like they grabbed the bar a little bit too soon, so he's going to get a relift on that one. And
Is that what the refs have said?
yeah,
Yeah, I guess the refs over here at the score table right now giving it to him.
and that's the tough part because as a spotter and loader, your main goal is to make sure the lifter's safe. And
Yeah.
if you see something,
Yeah. They're just acting in the best interest of the lifter, right? So you can't really get upset at them for that.
oh, it's a very tough job.
100%. When you see a lot of these guys that squat over 400 kilos and you're spotting them, man, oh man, I would be so scared. I'd be wearing my
Bars
steel
loaded on
toe
platform
boots.
2.
I'd be wearing gloves, the whole 9 yards, right? So
Yeah,
At
no
the
one
end-
wants a squat dropped on them.
for sure. At the end of the day, they're just trying to keep the lifter safe. So, and that's what they've been doing so far.
All right, here comes Scott. 280.
617 pounds. This is a big squat for Scott.
What?
Making easy work of that second attempt,
Good
looking
lift
like a
for Scott.
lot more in the
Wow.
tank for his third.
I want to see like a 7.5 to 10 almost on that one. It almost felt like he didn't break a sweat.
100%. We got Martin up next, looking for 182.5 kilos. This is over 400 pounds. He'll be starting off squat number 3 for
Next
this
lifter
flight.
is John. He's getting a reattempt on his second attempt here. It'll be 270
I believe
kilos on the
after
bar.
they are done, we'll be going into the bench press after a 10-minute intermission, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic. I'm going to get myself a coffee.
Oh, looks like we're going to do the reattempt after 3 minutes here.
It sounds like
So if John wants to take his reattempt right now and not do it, not do his third at 270, he has any time within this 3 minutes to go.
233.5 kilos representing Newfoundland and Labrador as the Raw Master 2.
And this will be him retaking his second attempt. So it is up to him whether or not he wants to take another third. Right? He might be very tired after holding on to almost 600 pounds twice. And he might just scratch his third attempt and save his energy for bench and deadlift.
But either way, it's polite. If he doesn't want to take it, they'll let the clock run out, and everyone gets a little more time to rest up.
There is no shame in walking away from the third attempt if you've definitely retaken a second. That's almost 4 squat attempts. That is very, very taxing on the body.
And I don't know many people that have gotten 4 attempts and have the
I
third
remember
one.
in 2018 Worlds for the 120 Open, 120 plus Opens, I think it was the lifter from Iran,
Yes.
somewhere in that area, and he got to retake his
Yes,
third
he
attempt
did.
squat on his 4th attempt, and it was pretty cool how he made it and nailed it on his 4th time. So because there was definitely some issues with with the spotters and loaders grabbing it too early or
They grabbed it too
whatnot.
early.
I forget obviously I forget the day because that was over 2 years ago, but I remember him nailing it on his 4th attempt. So
He sure did. That's the only one I can think of.
yes,
I
this
think
will be
he-
another one for the books, right?
He had a very similar squat to John here, where it was kind of on one side going up, the other side was a little lopsided, and I think the spotters thought it was going down.
For
And
sure.
Big squat, you just grab it.
So usually the handler, if they disagree with a lift, if they get the red lights, they can go to the jury table and argue it and ask for either the lift to be overturned, right? Or they can ask for another attempt. This wasn't the case here. It was the refs actually just deciding, hey, we're going to give you the other attempt. The handler didn't even have to go over to the jury table and didn't even ask. So it's very good on the refs here for noticing that. And we've got 40 seconds right now. The guy's going to be taking his time, which he deserves to do.
And that's the nice thing about having a jury. What the refs can't see, they're overseeing, right?
100%.
Because you can only, as a ref, you can only call what you see. You can't go back in time or forward in time.
For sure. This isn't like the Major League Baseball where they got the instant replays for the cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they can tell how fast the ball's going, all that jazz.
I mean, at world level, they have some instant replay, but we don't use it at the
100%,
jury
yeah.
table at all.
100%. We have a very good live stream service right now. We have the guys over in the corner there taking care of us. And the live stream has been acting very well all week so far.
All right, so he's passing on that reattempt, probably saving for his third.
Very smart.
No
And then he
left.
actually gets the extra
platform
3
two.
minutes rest as well. So not only is he going to be getting the 3 minutes, but he's going to get almost another full like 6 to 7 minutes because he's probably nearing the end of the flight, right? So. And we got someone over on platform 1 right now just grinding out an attempt.
John McQueen from Alberta.
But he unfortunately did not get that lift. But
That was a
that-
fight.
yeah, that was a very big grind. And he's got to be proud of the fighting through that.
So back to the top of our thirds, starting off with Martin here, 182.5.
402 pounds. Gets the squat command here.
Oh. And that is an amazing catch by the spotters and loaders.
Yeah.
Good save, guys.
No lift for Martin.
Martin looks like he's okay.
Yes, he does.
And that'll happen
Lift your ski
sometimes.
with the bar if possible,
Just
please.
rolled right off his back.
And it looks like the spotters and loamers are doing a team clean and jerk there.
Everyone give a hand to our
400
spotters
pounds.
for catching that big weight.
Shout out to our spotters and loaders. That could have gone real bad.
If that was double the weight there, that could have been very tricky.
I've seen back in 2018 Worlds, there was a fellow who had double the weight on the bar and rolled right off his back.
That's crazy. Like for a 400-pound squat like that, 3 or 4 guys or even 5
Next
guys
up, we have
catching
Terrence,
that
coached by Smart Lifts.
It's okay.
is
Bars
doable.
loaded.
But when we're talking about 800, 900, even 1,000 pounds, like GG, like that's not happening. Like
They caught it.
they did catch
They
it,
did
and they're
catch
doing their
it.
job, and they're doing an excellent job today.
All right, we got Terrence on his third, 200 kilos, 440 pounds. Oh, that walkout's beautiful. Hearing his handler telling him to stand up, but it looks like not today.
No lift
Not
for
today.
Terrence.
And notice how he is
Next
a
up, we have
raw
Ron Strong,
lifter, but he
attempting a
was
Canadian
squatting
national
like an
record,
equipped lifter there. He had his
213.5 kilos.
handler in the back corner
514 pounds. Make some
saying
noise
down
for him.
and down
He's an
and
absolute
down,
legend in the
saying that he needs to
CPU.
go lower and lower. So a lot of equipped squatters, they do that because they need to make sure they hit depth, right? And then they explode out of the hole, right? But it didn't look like he had the strength for that today. So he's
Not
definitely-
today.
Not today, but
Wheelhouse.
someday soon.
Bars loaded for Ron Strong here.
We got Ron Strong up next. 233.5 kilos, a Canadian
Hearing
national
the
record attempt.
crowd just go wild.
The whole place is going nuts for him right now. They're all going to get behind Ron for this one.
And he does it.
And he grinds it out. Beautiful attempt selection.
Good lift for Ron Strong on platform
New
2.
Canadian national record. For Ron Strong.
I believe that was a... How much of a jump was that? Was that a...
Next up, we have Tim Nadeau.
Was that a 13.5 kilo
235
jump?
kilos.
You are correct.
Wow. Fantastic.
If we only could all be Ron
Bars loaded for
Strong.
Tim.
Yeah, you know the last name like that.
Living up to it, right?
I wonder if his parents are strong too like that. We got Timothy up next. 235 kilos. 518. And he is ready for this squat.
Oh, he looks angry instead of smiling for once.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Rightfully so. Makes easy work of that third attempt.
Good lift on
Fantastic.
platform
Good
2.
job,
Fantastic.
Tim. Incredible what a lot of these lifters are doing, right? Volunteering all week. They still lift.
For sure, they do it because they love it.
It's a great sport.
Next up is Michael. He's attempting to break his own Canadian national record here.
Oh, Michael coming back up to
Up
reset
against
the
2.5
record.
kilos. Bars loaded for Michael.
Yeah, congratulations on the record, Ron. We got Mike, Big Mike up next. 242.5 kilos. Going for another Canadian national record. I believe he's breaking his own record on this one. 534 pounds. I can almost guarantee that the lads from the Ultimate Fitness Gym in Arnprior are watching this right now. Gets the squat command.
Nice and deep. Oh,
Fantastic.
that was no issue.
Good lift. for
3
the new
white
Canadian
lights
national
and a
record.
new national record. Congratulations, Mike.
Good job. So,
Bars loaded on platform 2.
12.5 kilo jump for Dale here.
Rightfully so. His second attempt moved very well. gets the squat attempt here. Fantastic call made by his handlers.
Good lift.
And he
2 to
gets
1.
2 to 1. So the one ref gave him a depth call, but he still gets the good lift.
So all you need is 2 white lights.
Next up, we have Jonathan,
So John's coming back up.
coached by Matt Goldsmith.
Gonna redo 270 again. I think that was a smart call
Yeah,
by
because
Matt.
he had the 3
Bars
minutes
loaded on platform 2.
as well as all the other rest leading into it. So Jonathan's lifting out of Guelph, Ontario at the Vault Barbell Club. That is where Mark Giffen, the CPU president, works as well.
Really smart call by his handler, Matt Goldsmith, though.
Yeah, Matt Goldsmith is an absolute beauty. Like, he's a very smart guy. He's actually one of the national referees and coaches. Very good.
There.
Gets the
Much
squat.
better on his third attempt.
Oh,
Good lift.
Matt made the right call there. Definitely a good guy to have in your corner there. I've actually been handled by Matt Goldsmith a couple times
Steven from Alberta,
back in 2018,
280
and he is a very smart individual.
knows how to play the powerlifting game.
The guy knows the rule book inside and out.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Bars loaded for Steve Snell. His goal today is to podium. So I think you're well on your way, Steve.
Yeah, with a 280 kilo squat. It's a big squat for this man. He's a Masters 1 lifter as well.
Representing Edmonton. That's where I'm from as well. And there's
Alberta represent, right?
right? We're lucky. We have 3 locations with all Laco equipment.
Fantastic.
So this is look at that.
Muscles that squat up. High bar as well. I'm so impressed
Good
with
lift on
that.
platform 2.
Beautiful squat. 3 white lights all day.
Wow.
Next up, we have Scott
I can
Roberts,
squat that in my
who's lifting
dreams.
290 kilos at
Yes, we can all dream about 600-pound
630
squats.
Giving everything just a little bit more of a tighten here for our last squat of the session. Scott, 290.
This is a very big squat. This is 640 pounds here. And he is taking his time to set up and make sure everything is right. A lot of these lifters work months and months and months just for a third attempt squat. It is cut and dry.
Oh, wow.
Very nice. And he's got to be happy that all his work leading up to this comp has paid off for a beautiful squat like that.
3 white lights. So we're going to be stripping down the bar, getting ready for bench. We've got a 10-minute break, and we'll see you then.
We will be back soon, folks.
There'll be a 10-minute break between squat and bench press.
Platform 1 is ready with Kevin Haverhill. 197.5 kilos, British Columbia. Galair, athlete Quisig.
Definitely a lot easier than announcing. I actually get to whisper or talk about it.
So a while ago, somebody changed the bench opener, and they just come back now to say, "Okay, we change our opener again." They can't. It's just not in time. But even though they did the time, they can only change it once. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Guys, the mics are still on, so just be careful, the mics are still on.
Someone changed the bench opener. Come back now. Yeah, thanks.
Deadlift, Navarro. Motors, please, 200 kilos. Southside kilos. Quasi BC, du Québec, Phil Delaire. Third attempt, 200 kilos, Delaire, Quebec. Brian Andrew next.
Can only change it once. Barry, come over here and show us
Deadlift, Delaire. Floaters, please, 202.5 kilos. Brian Andrew. British Columbia, third attempt. Bars ready. Brian Andrew. Jeff Butt, next athlete. Good lift, Brian Andrew. Floater, please. 253 kilos. Once again, a Canadian record attempt for Newfoundland and Labrador, Jeff Butt.
Where do you put his little thing?
Thank you, the bar is loaded. Jeff Butt, Canadian record attempt.
7 minutes, platform 2, 7 minutes to go on platform 2.
No lift for the Canadian record holder, Jeff Butt. We're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be back with the bench press. This is the 2020 CPU National Powerlifting Championship.
Platform 2, you have 1 minute and 45 seconds to make changes to your first attempt.
Platform 2 lifters, no more changes to openers. No more changes to your openers. Platform 2 spotters and loaders, can I call you all to the platform? We're going to start our bench session here on platform 2. Loading the bar to 100 kilos.
Welcome back to session 2, our M1 and M to M4 105, so 120 plus. Just starting to load up their first bench here. First up, we've got Ron with a 100 kilo bench. And while we're waiting, just a big shout out again to our platform sponsor for this session, Body Performance, Renee and Kevin out of Calgary, Alberta. And we get the bars loaded for Ron here. Getting them all set up here.
No more changes for first attempt on platform number 1.
And we're back.
And that was an easy bench for Ron here.
100 kilos, 220
Good lift on
pounds.
platform 2. Next up, Danny Jacquard with 120 kilos, 264 pounds.
Next for
Danny
Danny
is a
here,
former Team Canada
120.
rugby player. Fun fact. Bars loaded for Danny.
Bar is loaded for Danny Jacquard, looking for 120 kilos for his opening attempt. This is 225 kilo plates on each side plus the collars. Or no, sorry. It is not. I'm thinking about 125 kilos. It's been a long day. Forgive me if you're listening to the live stream. This is 264 pounds.
Taking his time to set up. You've got a minute. Look at that. Nice and easy.
I really, really like to see
Good
when
lift for
lifters are
Dan
coming up
Jacquard.
and they're getting handoffs, they take 10 seconds to tell the spotter and loader that's giving the lift-offs exactly how they want it, right? Because if they want a light lift-off or a
Bars
heavy
loaded on
lift-off, it
platform
can make
2.
all the difference.
And why not use your time to do that?
Because bench is by far the most technical lift of the three, and you can see this lifter right now, he's given the spotter what exactly he wants for the lift-off. Right, because you have the start command, the press command, and the rack command. It's not like squats where there's only two commands, or even like deadlifts where there's one, right? There's 3 commands here. And the bar has to be absolutely motionless to get the press command. A very good opening attempt.
Good lift on platform 2.
I really enjoy watching Masters men bench press.
Yes, bench press is an art,
It is.
right? Like there is so many ways to do it. You can max out the grip, and the one finger has to be touching the ring at all times. And it's pretty crazy how you see some of the Japanese lifters, and they use the Japanese grip. It's
Bars
called
loaded
Jap
on
grip,
platform 2.
and they can bring their hand out, and they can reach it with their index finger, right, to cover that ring.
Yeah.
So they're pushing that.
Puts the craziest strain on your wrist, though. Like,
Yeah.
I've tried it in training, and my goodness, I'm scared I'm going to break it right in half.
For sure.
Got Marcus here. Nice, easy 142 and a half.
This is
Good lift on platform
315
2.
pounds.
Wait a second. Looks like we might have a little bit of an entry issue here. They've got 152 instead of 152 and a half, and I don't think that's a
Bars
record.
loaded on platform 2.
Yeah. So this is actually a Canadian national record attempt.
There we go.
So this is actually loaded correctly,
Perfect.
right? And I see my coach, Taylor Shadgett, over there handling this lifter here today for Ben, as well as Bryce Krawcheck, 2 very, very strong lifters at a Calgary Barbell,
Ben's also an equipped bench presser.
which makes sense why he's getting coached by Bryce, because Bryce is by far one of the best equipped lifters in the world. Very controlled lift,
Easy.
very good.
Good lift on platform 2.
I think you can almost see how, like, his equipped benching come in
Yeah.
to play there too, right?
For sure. Nice and controlled, and then strong off the chest.
And shout out to the Strength Edge in Calgary.
Bars loaded on
Yes,
platform 2.
very strong gym. We got Robbie up next with 160 kilos. I believe this is some record of some sort.
All right. Robbie here with 160 on the bar here. Those are heavy weights.
Bars ready, Stigers, 110 kilos.
Wow.
Very nice opening attempt.
Good lift on platform 2. Bars loaded on platform 2.
Patrick's looking for 170 kilos on his bench opener. This is a very big bench press, 375 pounds. And he is very, very fired up, and he's going to do a self-lift off for this one. You don't see very many lifters do it, but you can definitely do it correctly.
It's difficult. It's a skill you have to learn.
And we're going to see if that it counts, because his head definitely did come off the bench there, but he still gets the white lights there. So your head, buttocks, and your feet must be in contact with the point of contacts at all times. So you'll see a lot of lifters, when they're pushing and they're trying to get that leg drive, their heel will lift up a little bit, and depending who's reffing, and if they notice it, they'll give the red light for that.
And I guess, again, that comes back to where you sit is
sure.
what you see. Just the way his head's shaped, I don't think the head ref would have actually seen that.
It was very slight, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a fast bench. Oh, my goodness.
So Ronald started off our second attempts for flight A.
Next up, Dan Jackard.
110 kilos, and he gets 3 white lights. Beautiful attempt, Ronnie. We got Danny Jackard up next, 130 kilos, 286 pounds. And I absolutely love how he's taking the time to talk to this spotter to tell exactly what he wants for that liftoff. Making quick and easy work of that second attempt. We got Pierre also looking for 130 kilos on his second attempt as well.
Bars loaded.
Bench press is also a lift that if you're very good at it and you lack a little bit in the squat and the deadlift, you can narrow down that total from the big squatters and deadlifts. Right? Because every single kilo matters, especially when you're trying to build that total for a podium position.
I always get a little bit frustrated when people say bench is a good time to nap. I said bench is a good time to catch up to everyone if you need to.
100%. Grinding out that second attempt there. I'd only like to see another 2.5 kilo jump on that. You can notice how he's benching close grip there too, which is a very something you need to practice a lot, 100%, because it's mostly all triceps off the chest.
Bars loaded on platform
Right, so
2.
for the lockout there that he was struggling a bit, he has to have very, very strong triceps, which he does.
That's a long distance to go down too.
For sure. We've got Marcus Hibbert up next, 147.5, 325 pounds. A little sticky off the chest, but he gets it up right after that sticking
Good
point.
lift on platform 2. Next up, we
got
Ben with a Canadian
Ben
record
Worstel up
attempt,
next,
350
160
pounds,
kilos,
160
Canadian
kilos.
national record attempt, just on his second attempt too, which is very impressive, going for records on his second attempt, which means we're going to be seeing a lot more from him today, hopefully.
Bars loaded.
He is repping the strong arm sports singlet right now.
And hey, if you're in Winnipeg and you want to come see some powerlifting and pick up some stuff at Strong Arm, Mike's got a booth at the back.
All of his stuff that he is selling is IPF approved, and Mike also sells very good calibrated equipment like deadlift bars or competition bars and competition discs. Very controlled and makes good work of that second attempt. I'd imagine he would put on another 2.5 to 5 kilos for his third.
I think so too. You can see Bryce back there deciding. You can almost see it in his head, you know?
For sure. Bryce Krawczyk is a very, very smart lifter. He's definitely been around for a long time, and he's definitely good to have in your corner on meet day. He actually had a documentary called or the powerlifting documentary too. So it was very, very popular. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends back in Australia have watched that documentary and they absolutely love it. So he's definitely putting the sport on the map, which is definitely good to do. We got Robbie up next. Second attempt, 170 kilos, 374 pounds. He is a Masters 1 lifter at 105 kilos. Beautiful lift off, and he gets the start command. Very nice. And again, I'd like to see another 2.5 kilos put on that bar because it was a little bit of a grind at the top.
Looked like the bar path wasn't as nice as his first one, so I think might be an easier fix.
Well, he did take a 10 kilo jump on that
yeah,
as
that
well,
would
so
do
which
it
is a
too.
very big jump on bench press.
180 kilos here.
All right, here comes Patrick.
We got Patrick right now, 180 kilos. This is 396 pounds, so just barely grazing the 400-pound mark, or just under. Sorry.
Amazing. Oh,
No lift for Patrick, unfortunately.
I would imagine. I think his head might have come off.
Yeah, his head did come off on the first one, so they definitely caught wind of it on the second attempt there. So he needs to keep it down. He's also at a bit of a disadvantage there because he is bald. So a lot of the people that have hair and lots of it, it's very hard to tell if it does come off the bench.
And that's why you got to tie up your hair.
Yes. We got Ronald Kilpatrick up next. Third attempt, 117.5 kilos.
Good lift for Dyke. Good lift. Shoulders 170 kilos for Kino Almeida Alberta.
Oh. I think that was a great choice and attempt
Yeah,
there.
very good attempt
Good
selection
lift
there.
on platform 2.
He's got Luke Homer in his corner there. Luke Homer is also a very good lifter. I like how what Ontario Powerlifting Association is doing. They're offering free handling on meet day to its members. So they have Luke Tremblay, Ty Scratch, and Luke Homer as well doing handling and coaching. And they are some very good lifters. All three of them are world-class athletes and good people to have in your corner on meet day. We got Pierre up next. How much weight does he have on the bar there? 132.5?
Yep. And I think it's just as you predicted.
Good fight, but he's lacking a bit of tricep strength, but that's something he can work on the off season, and he'll come back even stronger for next time.
300 pounds on the bar here.
You notice how there was absolutely no issue with off the chest there. It was just all lockout there, and that's all triceps at the end there. We got Danny Jackhart looking for 135 kilos. And he's going to get a lift off here, which will help on the third attempt definitely a bit. Will save his shoulders.
Kind of funny. He wants to shout out Billy, and then Billy's shouting him out because he's the announcer. Always good to have them in your corner,
For
right?
sure.
Good lift for Dan.
Beautiful attempt section there, though. 3 white lights. We got Marcus Hibbert up next looking for the big 150 kilos, 330 pounds.
Bar is loaded on platform 2.
This is a very, very strong group of lifters. The Masters Raw 105. These guys are putting up some very big numbers today.
Maybe not today.
Just a little bit more, but
No
he'll
lift for Marcus.
after a good off-season prep, he'll be coming back for that.
Next up, we have Ben from Alberta attempting a Canadian national record attempt, 162.5 kilos.
We got Ben up next, 162.5 kilos. He's going for a Canadian national record attempt. This is fantastic. I love to see these lifters pushing barriers and breaking records because it's going to set the bar further and further and further for the next year nationals and the next year. They actually announced that next year's nationals is in Newfoundland,
Bars loaded for
St.
Ben.
John's.
St. John's, which is going to be beautiful. Definitely a beautiful province. And then the year after that is in
Edmonton.
Edmonton, Alberta. And then I think 2023 is...
They haven't announced that
They
yet.
haven't announced that yet, I think. So I think that they're going to start pushing for nationals to be a little bit earlier in the year, which is definitely a great move because the lifters from America and Europe definitely have a better turnaround to Classic Worlds than we do.
What a nice.
He's fighting for that third and just a
little too much
bit more
today
than he
for
can
Ben.
handle, but he went on his shield there and gave it his all,
I think he has that at provincials. No problem.
for sure.
We got a couple months to build to Alberta provincials, so.
We
Bars
got
loaded on
Robbie.
Platform 2.
3 reds and a collar, 175 kilos, 385 pounds. This is a big bench press for him. He's got lots of time here, 45 seconds.
125 kilos, 125 kilos. Deuxième et 5e attempt, Patrick Landry de Québec. Bar is ready. Landry, Québec.
Getting prepared for the handoff.
Very beautiful handoff that he got there. He's fighting for it. He's getting it. He's got it up, and he's locked it. Let's see what the refs have to say. 3 white lights
lights.
all day.
Fantastic. Nice fight on that bench.
We got Patrick looking to retake his third attempt here, 180 kilos. He's got to keep his head on the bench. He's getting fired up for this. He's got it. It's not a strength issue. It's just a technical issue. With his head, it has to be planted on the bench. So for anyone at home that doesn't know that your head, buttocks, and your heels and your feet have to be in contact at all times. And he gets it. His
Didn't look
head
like an issue
never
this
left the
time.
bench there. Beautiful.
White lights, that's a good lift.
180 kilos. Absolutely fantastic. And we're looking to start off flight number B right now.
We're heading
Or
to
flight
B here with
B,
the
not
first
number
bench
B,
press
my bad.
attempts. First up is Martin with 105 kilos.
We got
on
Martin
the bar.
opening 105 kilos. 231 pounds.
Bars loaded for Martin.
Bar is loaded for him.
Just finishing up wrapping his wrists. He'll be out shortly.
He's a little bit late to the platform, but he's got lots of time. No worries at all. Right? And he's telling the spotter exactly how he wants his handoff, which is very good.
Nice little opener there for
Lift
Martin.
for Martin.
3 white lights all day. Fantastic opener.
And so our spotters and loaders here are getting some blocks for our next lifter, Michael.
We got Big Mike here looking for 115 kilos.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
I was chatting with him earlier before his weigh-ins. He was talking about how he's had some shoulder pain, and I think a shoulder injury is coming back from right now. So I think he's taking a very conservative opener right now, which is good. Because at the end of the day, openers don't matter, and you just want to get your name on the board.
Nice and easy.
Very good opening attempt for Michael.
Good lift on platform 2.
And so if you don't watch powerlifting regularly, you might not ever see the blocks. And those are just in case, you know, your feet can't touch the ground. A little shorter, right?
For sure.
And as long as
Bars
you
loaded
tell
on platform 2.
the crew that you need blocks, they're perfectly legal in
Tim
competition.
Nadeau up here.
Tim Nadeau up next from Alberta.
He's looking for 127.5 kilos, 281 pounds.
Nice and easy bench for Tim here.
Beautiful opening attempt.
Good lift for Tim. Next up, we have Ron Strong attempting 130 kilos.
Alberta's got some really good bench coaches like Shane Martin and
Bars
Abby
loaded for
here.
Ron.
We got Ron Strong opening up with 130 kilos, 286 pounds. I guarantee that his friends at the Power Pit gym are watching into this right now.
Now, an interesting thing is, I think Ron's got his knee sleeves on. You don't see that very often during bench.
No, for sure. It's definitely very rare. Easy work with that opening attempt.
Very easy for Ron.
He needs to put some weight on the bar. That was very fast.
I foresee a nice big jump in his future.
Oh, for sure.
Bars loaded for Terrence, 145 kilos.
Terrence coming up here, 145 kilos.
319 pounds. He's lifting out of Alberta. He is a Masters 2 120 kilo lifter.
Out of Lacrete. That's a drive from everywhere. And that is an easy opener for him.
3 wet lights all day.
Bars ready on platform 157.5 kilos, Newfoundland and Labrador's Rob Dyke. Tito Allen, you're next.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
We've got Dale up next with 150 kilos.
330 pounds. This is his opening attempt as well. Very controlled and nice off the chest.
Good lift on platform 2.
It's always nice to see just straight up greens with everyone's openers, especially in bench.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
And bar is loaded for John.
Bars ready, Tito Allen, Alberta, 177.5 kilos.
And John wants to send out a shout out to his husband Chuck and his puppy Roscoe back in Hamilton. John, if we can see some pictures of this puppy Roscoe, I'd be very appreciative.
Yes. Gotta love it too when when you have those powerlifting gyms that allow you to bring their dogs. Like, that is just great. In between sets, petting puppies, like, fantastic.
I'd probably do better at nationals if there was puppies.
Yes. Some what is it, like therapy dogs when you're so stressed out, like.
Looking at you, St. John's. Puppy therapy.
Easy work with that opening attempt. Oh man. 170 kilos. That's 375 pounds. That's a big bench for him.
Must be the puppy therapy.
And hold the phone though. Like, we got Steven opening with 190 kilos. This is huge. 418 pounds for opening attempt. I was talking with him earlier when I saw him after, and he definitely confirmed that he did squat high bar. So that is very impressive. Like, you don't see many lifters here squatting high bar. Most of them squat low bar. So very impressive.
Guess it works better for his leverages, I imagine.
For sure. And it requires less flexibility in the shoulders as well. Easy at work with that opening attempt. Oh, man.
I think Steve needs to put a little weight on the bar.
Good lift on platform 2.
I'd imagine he'd probably take 205 or 210 for a ride today.
Oh, no problem.
Next up, we have Scott Robertson attempting 200 kilos for an opener, 440 pounds.
The weight just
Bars
keeps
loaded on
climbing. We have
platform
someone
2.
opening with 200 kilos. This is huge. I think this is probably one of the biggest bench presses this week for an opening attempt as well. Friday we'll see some big benches though, because we have the equipped bench session, or equipped bench only, sorry. This is 440 pounds.
Being handled by Bill Yu.
He makes easy work of that opening attempt.
Good lift for Scott.
Got a yellow card.
He got a yellow card though. He must have lost point of contact with either his head, feet, or buttocks there.
And it was by the head ref, so I'm guessing head or feet for
Yeah.
sure. Can't see butt very well unless you're
The head
arching
ref
right
has
there.
a good view of the head, obviously,
Bars
and the
loaded for
heels. While the side refs have a better clear of whether or not the buttocks actually leaves the bench. We got Martin here starting off our second bench right now. 110 kilos.
Oh, a little bit of a grind, but
I'd only like to see 2.5
Good
more,
lift for
5
Martin on
at the
platform
most
2.
for his third. Regardless, though, he gets it. 3 white lights. We got Big Mike right now. Looking out for 120 kilos.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
264 pounds.
looks like they forgot the blocks. So they'll just have to add those in real quick.
He's got lots of time, though, and they paused the clock for him as well.
Reset on the clock on platform 2. Reset on the clock.
They're actually going to reset the clock for him now. So he'll get the full minute again, which he rightfully deserves.
Looks
because
like
the
they had
spotters
a...
forgot the blocks for him, so...
And it looks like they accidentally pressed a light there by the ref.
Yes.
So. Well, thank you.
Mike is lifting out of Ultimate Fitness gyms in Arn Prior, and those guys are serious about strength. They have some very strong lifters out of that gym. I think they have a lifter named Carl, which is a strongman competitor. So,
Oh,
very good second attempt for Mike.
Good lift on
he's got
platform
quite a
2.
bit more in
Next
him,
up.
that's for sure.
I think 5 to 7.5 maybe for his third, more.
Guess depends on how much of a grind you want for your third, right?
Yeah, and it depends how well his shoulder is holding up too, right? Because he needs to think about deadlift, because you don't want your shoulder to be hurting, because you want the lockout to be perfect for
Bars loaded on
deadlift.
platform 2.
To sell that lockout, the shoulders have to be pulled back all the way.
Tim coming up here.
Good lift. Majority decision. Voters, please. 145 kilos now.
Gets the start command. Very nice.
Nice and smooth, Tim.
Good
I'd
lift
imagine
on
he's going to
platform
load up
2.
another 5 kilos for his third
I
attempt.
think so.
We got
Next
Big
up,
Ron Strong right up
42.5
next.
kilos.
Second attempt, 142.5 kilos.
Gentlemen's 315. The bar is loaded for him.
A lot of great personalities this session.
100%.
Good lift for Weeks.
All right.
Voters, please. 147.5.
Yeah, did take a 12.5 kilo jump on his second. Oh,
Making easy work of that.
Good lift for Ron.
I hope he takes another 10 kilos with how easy that was.
Yeah. I could see that.
I was surprised he didn't take a 15. I was kind of expecting more of like a 15-kilo jump with that first opener, you know?
Yeah, it definitely flew.
Bars loaded, platform 2.
Terrence up next. 152.5 kilos, 336 pounds.
Terry is a teacher out in Lacrete.
Good lift, Altino. Floaters, please. 155.
Gets the start command
Representing Newfoundland and Labrador.
and grinds it out.
Nice.
I would think
Good lift,
maybe
platform
5
2,
kilos at
2-1.
the most. He did get a red card on that one, though.
Up and down, maybe. A little bit of up and down.
I couldn't see it from here.
Just, I think the bar path kind of looked like one side maybe went up a little
Bars
bit
loaded,
faster than
platform
Like
the
it
other.
2.
dipped.
Yeah.
Bar is loaded. Top T. Newfoundland, Labrador, 155 kilos. Drop tight. Get ready.
We got Dale with 157.5 kilos. Very controlled and very good off the chest.
Wow. Smooth as butter.
Good lift on platform 2.
Really, that experience shows with these masters lifters.
100%.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
I'd love to see someone do an average of how many years they've been competing, you know?
We got Jonathan up next. 177.5. 391 pounds. This is a big bench for him.
It's good lift.
Good lift on platform
3 white
2.
lights all day for him.
Bars loaded, 200 kilos.
We got Steven up next. He's looking for 200 kilos. The bar is loaded for him.
Floaters, please. 182.5 kilos. Keto Allen, the athlete.
I believe this is a 10-kilo jump for him.
Allen has the last attempt of flight A in the bench.
Based off how his opener moved, this will move just as quick. Easy.
Wow.
Good lift, platform 2.
Past 400 pounds. Keto Allen.
Next up, Scott Robertson. Bars loaded, platform 2.
Bar is loaded for Scott Robertson. 212.5 kilos. Takes a couple seconds to tell the spotter exactly how he likes his lift off. Very smart on how he's doing that.
Keto Allen. Floaters, please. 97.5 kilos. As we start flight B. First attempt of the day.
A little bit of a grind, but looks like he got the
Good
lift.
lift, platform
Fantastic
2.
work.
I'd only like to see 2.5 kilos more on that one. And that's been the biggest bench press right now so far.
Top of the thirds now.
British Columbia. 97.
Martin leading the pack here.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Then there. Next.
And I believe after these third attempts, we will be going into deadlifts.
With a 10-minute break.
Fantastic. Time for me to get some coffee. And he fights,
Just not enough
but he
in the tank
unfortunately
today
did
for
not get
Martin.
it.
No left.
I'll live. Next time. Loading up the bar now for Michael here, 125.
Yeah. Smart 5 kilo jump for Mike.
Bar is loaded on platform 2.
The Queen next.
Getting all nice and set up for this.
The bar is loaded.
Very good attempt selection there by Luke Homer.
Good lift on platform 2.
And I agree. If he's having a shoulder issue,
Yeah.
probably save that for deadlift.
100%. Now he's fresh for deadlifts. He's gonna go in the back, have some food, some water. He's gonna get fired up for some deadlifts.
Bar is loaded on platform 2.
Shout out to these spotters and loaders. These sessions have been moving fast today.
Yes, they're definitely doing very well.
And there's a lot of the same faces again this afternoon as this morning and yesterday. So shout out to these guys.
Bar is ready, 112.5 kilos, John McQueen, Alberta. The bar is ready.
They're lifting more than any of the athletes today. Tim on bench now with 135.
And it's just not there today.
I think that's
Just not there today for Tim.
doable, though. It's a doable weight for him for
Next
sure.
up, Ron Strong with 100.
For sure. He'll be back for that at his next meet for that. We got big Ron Strong right now. He's looking for a 7.5 kilo jump, which I think is very conservative for him,
Kilos on platform 1.
based off how his second attempt moved.
Representing Ontario, it will be Sandro D'Angelo. The bar is loaded.
And he fights for it, and it's just not there
Just
for
about too
him.
much for Ron today.
He gave it his all, though.
I think that's the thing with bench is that even if you have a strong second, sometimes that third is just not
For
going,
sure.
right?
Bar is loaded on platform 2.
Terrence is looking for 155 kilos.
Floaters roll, 120 kilos, please.
And he's going to do a self-lift off here.
Bar is ready, 120 kilos, James Abraham, Ontario. The bar is loaded.
The trick with the self-lift off, too, is you want to use all of your legs for it, right? And just barely take it off the rack like that. But he might have set up a little bit too close there.
Want to see.
Regardless, he
Oh.
still gets it.
I
Very
mean,
nice.
when you're living in Lacrete, I don't actually know if there's any powerlifting gyms because that's quite northern Alberta there. So you almost have to rely on that.
For sure.
Bar is loaded on platform 2.
Good lift on platform 1.
We got Dale up next. 162.5 kilos.
Nice 5 kilo jump from his second.
And he's going to get a lift off here.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 125 kilos, Smith.
Beauty of a bench there.
Very nice.
Good lift on platform 2.
That's how you'd want to see your third bench, you know?
We got Jonathan up next. He's looking for 182.5 kilos, which is just over 400 pounds. 402 pounds to be precise.
Bar is loaded on platform 2.
So this is tying John's current bench PR.
No lift, Smith. shoulders, 130 kilos on platform 1 for Bryant Andrew, British Columbia.
Good catch by the spotters and loaders there.
Set your safeties.
Gave it his all there.
The bar is loaded.
Next up, we have 207 kilos on the bar. Bar is loaded, platform 2.
Steven Snell up next. 207.5 kilos. This is 457 pounds.
It's a huge bench.
For the gym bros out there, this is 4.5 plates in the gym.
Good lift, Bryant Andrew. Shoulders, floor.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic third attempt
Platform
selection.
2. Next up, we have Scott closing out the bench press with 215 kilos.
We got Scott Robertson here looking to close off the show with bench press.
Bar is loaded on 2.
215 kilos. This is 473 pounds. This is a huge bench press for him. Based off how his second attempt moved, this is the right attempt selection for him.
Just a little too much.
Good
today for
catch.
Scott.
Good fight for him.
We're taking a
Oh.
10-minute break.
And that is all we have for bench press
while
right
we
now,
get
folks.
ready for the deadlifts.
We'll be back in a 10-minute break. And as Gino says, the meat doesn't start until the bar hits the floor.
Good lift for Jeff Buck. Round 2 of the bench for flight B starts with 102.5. Representing Alberta will be John McQueen, 115 kilos. The bar is loaded. take good lift, still there. Floaters 120 kilos, please. Representing Ontario, Sandro D'Angelo. Second attempt to the bench. Thank you, the bar is loaded. Deadlift, D'Angelo, 120 kilos. Floaters 4, 122.5 on platform 1. Thank you, the bar is loaded, 122.5, James Abraham. Bar is loaded. No lift. Floaters, please, 125 kilos or big red plate. Representing the province of Manitoba, second attempt, Dean Smith, the bar is loaded.
Platform 2, 1.5 minutes to change your openers to deadlift.
Good lift, Dean Smith. Floaters, please, 140 kilos. The athlete representing British Columbia, Brian Andrews. Bar is loaded.
Platform 2 lifters, no more changes to openers.
So hungry. There's like no fucking food for us back there. That's half the reason why I volunteered. I was gonna be like coached by Matt, the shrimp farmer.
everyone, and we are starting up session 2 deadlifts for our masters M1 and to M4 105s to 120 pluses. Starting us up is Dan Jackart with 185. And so there are two styles of deadlifts that our athletes might use. We've got the conventional, which Dan's using, and the sumo. Dan's also doing double overhand. Makes easy work of that deadlift.
Good lift.
3
for
white
Dan.
lights. Now we're loading it up to 200 for Ron here. Deadlifts usually go pretty fast. Between our fantastic spotters and loaders wearing some body performance shirts today
Bars loaded on platform 2.
to our athletes, it's a pretty fast lift. Ron here is also, looks like a conventional lifter.
Loaders 122.5 kilos.
And that's a nice, easy deadlift for Ron there. We're going to add in another 10 kilos for Ben here.
Bars ready. Still there.
And shout out to Calgary
Bars loaded
Barbell
on platform
folks
2.
and Strength Edge folks watching in right now.
We have Ron Kilpatrick on the board still. Oh, there we go.
Nice opener here for Ben.
Good lift on platform 2.
It's got a little bit of a wider conventional stance, but ultimately it's whatever works best for the lifter. Not everyone can sumo, not everyone conventional. Sumo tends to be a little harder on the hips and conventional just a bit harder on the back there.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Bars loaded for Pierre here. Bar chargé. 217 and a half. Almost 480 pounds. Nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure.
Platform 1, the bar is
Nice and easy.
Good lift platform 2.
Nice and fast loading by our spotters and loaders. Probably some of the quickest teams today in the morning and this afternoon, and I'm sure this evening as well.
Bars loaded, 500 pounds on the bar here, 227.5 kilos.
Marcus coming up here, 227 and a half. Everyone's got their own setup preferences, right?
Marcus is open up with 227.5. Looking like a good lift. Let's see what the refs say. 3
Good
white
lift
lights
on
all
platform
day.
2.
Beautiful.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Kind of nice having that little lever there at the wheels. Makes it a lot easier to position that bar.
Oh yeah, deadlift. Whoever created the deadlift jack, thank you very much.
Bar is loaded for Robbie here.
Bar is loaded for Robbie. He's got lots of time though, 40 seconds. Might be a little bit rushed there, but
There he is.
coming out very calm, cool, and collective right now. Looks like he's setting up for sumo right now.
Yeah, first sumo of the
Yes.
session.
For a Masters 1, he might still have the flexibility for it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is so hard on the hips if you're not actively flexible, right?
Oh, for sure. Me as a junior, I can't even dream about pulling sumo. GG, I'd be snapping my stuff. And that looks like a good attempt.
That's a good
lift on
attempt.
platform 2.
I have my full splits both ways, so
Next up we have Patrick.
so not too much of an issue.
Yeah, not a chance for me. So.
Bar is loaded for Patrick.
We've got Patrick Talbot up next. He is having a fantastic meet right now.
I know.
He's getting fired up for this. 242.5 kilos.
Oh, what a beaut.
Yeah, laughing about it because that was easy.
He's got
I
a
love
little
it.
pee on his singlet too.
Good
Isn't
lift
that
for
nice?
Patrick.
Oh.
P as in the letter, not P as in the fluid. Don't worry, guys. I wonder what that's for. Does it say anything on this card for that or no?
No, it doesn't. If it's P for
Dan
Patrick,
Jacquard up next here.
For sure. I guess that's that makes sense.
202.5 kilos.
We got Danny up next, looking to start our second
Bar
deadlift
is
of
loaded
Flight
for
A.
Dan.
Danny is an MTS athlete coached by Mayhar. Mayhar's not here this week because he's going to be doing the Arnolds
Very
in
nice.
Columbus.
You notice how he has his bar his belt, a little bit farther up than most lifters do? That's so he can get in a better deadlift position and still have the belt to brace against.
Huh.
Right? I know back when I first started lifting, my belt was just as high as that. But I imagine he's using a 13 millimeter belt because it's a Wadler belt. And I
Yeah.
used to do that with my Inzer. And then I switched to a Titan 10 millimeter belt, which is a little bit thinner, so I could actually have it down covering my belly button and not have it pinch my gut.
I honestly,
Bars loaded on
I just let it
platform
pinch.
2.
Just let it pinch. Use the pain for power.
Yes. See, we can see this lifter here. His belt is a little bit or a lot lower. Sorry, right? So at the end of the day, it's just preference, right? Very nice.
What a smooth deadlift.
I don't think we're gonna see any warriors
lift
here
on
deadlift
platform
belt lifts
2.
today, though.
Yeah.
Should be very impressive.
William. Canadian record is a total record.
Bar is loaded. This is a Canadian total
So
record attempt.
Ben is going for a Canadian total record right now. Not the deadlift, but the total.
You notice how he's wearing the knee sleeves right now?
Yeah.
Right? That might let the bar slide up a little bit more easier and give a little bit more support for his knee joints. Very nice. And looks like he's going to secure that national total record.
Ah. There it
Good lift
is.
and a new Canadian
Fantastic.
total
What a
record
great
for
day
Ben.
for Ben.
Especially on the second attempt there. So, and he's getting handled today by my coach, Taylor Shadgett, right now out of Calgary Barbell. So there are a couple of Calgary guys here today handling, and they're very, very smart guys.
Great community there too.
100%.
Friendliest people in
Bar
Calgary,
is
I
loaded
swear.
for Pierre.
100%. We got Pierre right now, lifting in a Quebec,
Bar chargé.
looking for 230 kilos, 507 pounds.
So contemplative. I love it. Just such a great focus.
Just not enough in the tank today for Pierre.
Looking like he's a little bit tired. We'll
He'll
see
be
if he
back on
might
his
take
third
that again
attempt.
for his,
Take
for
another
his
stab
third.
at it.
Marcus up next here.
He's looking for 242.5,
Bars
534
loaded on
pounds.
platform 2.
Oh. That's a nice lift, Marcus.
Good lift on platform
lift.
2.
From the angle that I'm sitting at, it kind of looked like the bar was grabbing his quads a bit there. I'd like to see maybe if he put some baby powder on his quads, it would definitely help the bar slide up on the third attempt when he's grinding that.
Doesn't look like many people have been putting baby powder on their
No,
quads.
not very many people know
Bar's
about it and
loaded.
use it. It's definitely a nice tool in your back pocket to have, especially if you're a conventional deadlift puller.
Oh yeah.
Patrick's getting fired up right now for this second deadlift attempt, 255. He is definitely a great energy to have here on the platform right now. Walks that out and having a conversation with the ref
Good
while he's
lift
doing
on
it.
platform 2.
Very impressive.
Wow. If only, right?
For me, I don't understand how these guys can walk out a deadlift and smile, look around. For me, it's like my head's about to pop off when I'm walking out a deadlift every
Bars loaded
time.
on platform 2.
Right? Like, could be a plate, and my face is always red. Like,
It's like I'm scared my nose is gonna just start shooting blood. You know, all that pressure built up.
yes.
I'm like, am I gonna swallow my mouth guard?
Some, just like Big Eddie Hall, 500 kilo deadlift when the blood was pouring out of his nose.
Oh my goodness.
We got Robbie looking to take 255 kilos for a spin as well.
I think he's our only sumo lifter in this
Yes.
flight.
Sumo is a very, very technique-oriented deadlift. Right? You definitely cannot grip and rip it like a conventional deadlift. For this one, you actually have to be very, very patient off the floor.
Gotta have kind of a snappy knee too, you know?
Yes. And he gets it. I'm gonna be very curious to see what he's gonna load up for his
Good
third
lift
attempt.
on
If he's
platform
gonna,
2.
Sumo's a little.
he might need to load up something depending how he is in the placing right now. I'm not entirely sure. He might need to load up something for the W. For the dub.
For the dub. And Danny Jackhart, our MTS athlete, we're loading up for his third here. For third deadlifts, after every attempt, we are cleaning the bar, keep things fair, consistent.
Yes. And it is also worth noting too that you can request the bar to get clean on first and second
Bars loaded
attempts.
for Dan.
But the spotters and loaders will not do it every single attempt unless you request for it to be done. He's looking for 212.5 right now. How big of a jump is that from his first?
It's a 10-kilo jump.
Fantastic. And he looks like he's going to get it. Beautiful.
Good job, Coach Mahar, and good job, Danny.
Good lift for Dan.
3 white lights all day. Fantastic day for him, for Danny Jackhart. What did he end up totaling there?
Looks like 537 and a half.
Fantastic.
And he got handled by his son. That's not a bad day at all.
Not a bad day. We got Ronald Kilpatrick up next. He's getting handled by Luke Homer right now.
Bars loaded, platform 2.
One minute to final changes on platform 1. 1 minute.
Wow.
Fantastic third attempt selection, my bad.
Such great strength on that one.
For sure.
Good lift on platform 2.
Very strong lockout. And we got Ben Warsaw up next. I believe he is going for another total national record.
Breaking records a lot today.
Yes, which is very good to see. I like to see that because even if it's by 0.5 a kilo, it's still pushing the bar higher and higher every year,
Bars
which
loaded on platform 2.
which is great
This
to
is another
see.
Canadian record. Total attempt.
Just taking his time setting up, which is great to do.
Just a little too much for him today.
What a great attempt from
Good
Ben
attempt
there.
for him, and he still has the Canadian national total record
And the bench record, too, as well.
and the bench record. Great day for him. He's got to be proud of that.
Not a bad day at all.
No, ma'am. We got Pierre up next, looking to retake his second attempt for 230. We're going to see him give it his all here.
Bars loaded, platform 2. Just a little too much for him today, unfortunately.
Just a little heavy today, but still a great day overall.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Bar is loaded for Marcus here.
He's looking for 255 kilos.
That's a big jump.
How big of a jump is that?
I think 12? 12 and a half?
12 and
Just
a
a
half.
little too much today for
Just,
Marcus.
he was probably pulling
No
for
lift.
for a podium
Podium.
position there, right?
Yeah.
And he went on his shield, gave it his all.
Next up's Patrick,
We got Patrick Talbot up next.
260 kilo attempt.
He's going to get absolutely fired up for this third attempt. He's going to give it his all for this. Watching him now behind the curtain, he's getting very,
Bars loaded on
very
platform
amped
2.
up.
Oh, he
Let's
is
go, Patrick.
fired. Let's get this,
260
Patrick.
kilos. He's looking for the 5-kilo jump from his second. And he's got it. It looks like he's going to get it.
Oh,
Yes.
what a happy.
Good lift on platform 2.
He said, take a picture.
I love that.
Well, we got a video of you, so.
Great energy from that guy.
I honestly love lifters that just love it so, so much.
Definitely a fantastic energy to have around. It looks like we have Robbie looking to close off this session with 277.5.
That's
And
a
he is going to be the heaviest deadlifter of this session right now.
That's a 22.5 kilo jump there for him.
He is definitely pulling for a podium position. Whether or not it's a first, second, or third is unclear from where I'm sitting right now.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
It looks like he's put some baby powder on that, which is a smart move for him. It'll help the bar slide up, but that's for sure.
Either way, I think he secured second place here, so.
So it looks like he's pulling for a podium position for first. Let's go, Robbie. You got this. Has a very good setup here right now. And it might have been a little bit too much
Just
for
A little
what
too
he's
heavy,
going
but
for.
it was a great attempt, eh?
Yeah, he went for it.
Just rolling right into
Very,
second flight.
very good sportsmanlike. Goes and shows appreciation to the ref by shaking their hand at the end of the meet. So a lot of these refs are volunteers and they dedicate their time. So a handshake at the end of the meet can go a long way to show your support.
Representing Ontario, Travis Graham.
Bars loaded platform 2.
The bar is loaded, platform 1.
We got Martin here looking to start off flight B. First deadlift, 175 kilos for him. Very nice opener.
Nice and easy.
Good lift on platform 2.
Good lift, Travis Graham, Ontario. Loaders, please, 220 kilos.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Got Terry coming up here.
Platform 1 is Kevin Weiss from Alberta. The bar is loaded.
207.5 for Terry here. Getting handled by Shane Martin himself.
Very nice opener.
Nice and quick.
Absolutely sells that lockout too.
Good lift platform 2.
And that's important. If you have a soft knee or a shoulder that's not pulled back,
Yes.
that's a red light for you, you know?
The most important thing too is he's on the board, right?
Yeah.
Openers are openers, and you can start pushing the envelope on the seconds and thirds.
Bars loaded for Michael.
We got Big Mike at Ultimate Fitness Gyms in Arnprior, Ontario. Getting handled by Luke Homer, looking for an opening attempt at 232.5. He is the reigning national champion for Masters 3 120 plus. Making quick and easy work with that 232.5.
Good
3
lift.
white lights all day.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Bars loaded for Dale here. 237.5. He rushed at that bar.
And he's using the rollback technique on that. The rollback technique will help get him into a better
Good lift on
position
platform
and
2.
sink his hips if he needs to. So, because his hips might be a little bit tight from squatting and bench pressing. Regardless, he makes easy work of that opening attempt. 3 white lights.
We've got Tim Nadeau coming up next. Tim gets very aggressive during
Bars
deadlifts.
loaded on platform 2.
I want to see that.
I think it was Grit Power last year, the year before. He knocked over the the backdrop. So hopefully they're watching that this year.
That's fantastic. I love that. I love the intensity.
Total contrast to how he usually is. Oh. And a nice lift.
Sells the
from Tim.
lockout there.
Good lift on platform
3
2.
white lights.
Bars loaded platform 2. Ron Strong.
Ron Strong.
He's at a Power Pit gym in Ontario. I believe it's either Windsor or Whitby that gym is out of. Right? And I can assume that his friends and family are watching him compete today, opening with 250 kilos. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Easy work with that. This guy is a veteran in this powerlifting game right now. He's a Masters 3 lifter, and he is getting stronger and stronger every meet he does.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
260 kilos for Jonathan. He's
John-
lifting out of the Vault Barbell Club in Guelph, Ontario, which is owned by Mark Giffen, the CPU president. I think I've seen him around here a couple of times.
Super
Good lift
easy.
platform 2.
I think John set up to maybe PR his deadlift here. His PR is
Bars loaded
275,
platform
I
2.
think.
Scott Robertson.
265 kilos is a big deadlift. We're going to watch him make easy work of this, though, right now. This is 585 pounds.
Supported by Bill Yu there, his handler.
And looking like he was a little bit
Forward almost.
forward
right?
on the lockout. We might have to be careful when he's loading the heavier weights to really, really sell that lockout.
Bars loaded platform 2.
Bars loaded for
270
Steven
kilos.
Snell.
That's a big deadlift.
270 kilos. He is a very, very strong lifter. And you notice how he's wearing the wrist wraps on the deadlift? That will create the lockjaw effect for his wrist, so he will not be able to open his wrists fully, or his hands fully, sorry. Which will help with grip issues temporarily if he is slipping on the
Good
second
lift
and
on
third
platform
attempts.
2.
Especially because he is pulling mixed grip and he is not pulling hook grip like a lot of these young lifters that we see today.
Hook grip's pretty difficult to kind of get in the hang in too, right?
Yeah, I tried it once. I'll never do it again. It was
Pretty
very painful on the thumbs. So you'll see a lot of guys that train year-round with straps, and then when they do their heavy singles and stuff like that, they switch to strapless, right? Which is smart because it saves the thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely a lot easier on the biceps too, the hook grip.
Sure is.
Fantastic second attempt. 190 kilos.
That's a good one.
Platform 2.
Here comes Terry.
Bars loaded, platform 2.
217 and a half.
This is 479 pounds.
265 kilos, Tito Alberta.
Absolutely sells the lockout.
Ah, good lift.
That little bit of the lockout range of motion helps all the way because he's just selling it. There's no reason for the refs to give him any red lights for that. Right? So that's exactly what he wants. We got big Mike Foster right now. What's the difference between the first and second attempt there for him? How big of a jump is that?
17 and a half, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
He is a very strong masters lifter. I'm very eager to see
Bars
this.
loaded, platform 2.
Let's go, Mike. You got this.
Good lift for Tito Allen. We're going to start deadlift number 2. Jared Jones, Jared Cameron, 205 kilos, representing Saskatchewan.
Rolls the bar into him.
Very nice.
Wow.
Sells the lockout on that as well.
Good lift on platform 2.
Definitely got some more kilos on that bar.
Yes. I'd imagine that he's going to load up maybe 5 to 7.5 at the most
yeah,
for
I'd
that.
say so.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Bar is loaded for Dale here. I really like how he rushes up to that bar like that.
Yes, he is very eager to hit this deadlift. And he's going to use the rolling technique again to get sink those hips.
Oh.
And he's going to grind it out. Sells the lockout.
Nice.
Lift is good
I'd
for
imagine
Dale.
he's going to load up another 2.5 to 5 on that third
Yeah.
on that third attempt, depending how he needs to pull for the podium position.
Bars loaded on
Bars
2.
loaded for Team Alberta coach Tim Nadeau.
Plumbers, please. 230 kilos for Kevin Alberta.
Such an aggressive deadlifter. It's fantastic. Oh, and what an easy one.
The lockout was
Lift is good
good.
on platform 2 for Tim.
No complaints here. It's been fantastic so far. I think everyone's gotten their attempts so far.
Fantastic. We're looking for Jonathan.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Up next, 270 kilos.
I think he might get a good PR today for his deadlifts.
Sells the lockout.
Good lift on platform 2.
He sells it and the refs are buying it. 3 white lights.
Next up, Ron Strong with 272.5 kilos. That's 600 pounds.
We've got a big deadlift for Ron Strong. 600 pounds.
Bars loaded for Ron Strong.
Big Ron Strong. How big of a jump is this? This has got to be almost like a 20 kilo jump for him. Am I correct?
22 and a half.
22 and a half. Fantastic. You'll see a lot of lifters open up really light for deadlifts and do the bigger jumps. There we go. And we'll notice how he's using the wrist wraps as well just to secure those hands from opening up. Because your hands definitely do not like holding that weight, and they just want to let go. But he's in control and in power, and he's not letting go on that.
Bars loaded for Scott.
All right, we've got Scott up, lifting 275 here. And he makes such easy work of it.
Fantastic.
Deadlift for Scott.
It's a big deadlift for him. 606 pounds.
Yeah.
We don't even see much junior lifters lift that kind of weight, and it's very impressive for a master's lifter to be pulling that, especially for a second attempt.
Bar is loaded for Alberta lifter Steven Snell here. I have to say, I'm really proud of the Alberta t-shirts. They did us real good this year.
That's nice. Ontario Powerlifting had some nice ones as well.
Yeah.
Do they have tracksuits for you guys yet, or?
No, we got beanies this year though.
True,
and
very
they
cool.
are super cozy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Very strong.
Alberta is in the house.
Lift is good on platform 2.
I'd only imagine it's another 5 kilos at the most for him. But he is very strong, and he's going to grind it out regardless.
Shout out to Clifton. I see you're on the chat here. How's it going, Clifton?
And we got My Strength book right now, giving a shout out to Tim in the Dough.
Bars loaded, platform 2.
We're starting off our third attempts here with Martin looking for 207.5. How big of a jump is this from his first?
Oh wow, we got
Yeah,
a
it's a little
17 and a
too much
half,
to
but
run
it
today.
looks like it was a little too heavy today.
Yeah. But he gave it his all, and he should be proud of his performance today. We miss you too, Clifton.
I think you should move back to Edmonton, Clifton. Just FYI. All right. Giving that brush, or that bar a brush down here for Terry here. What a great day for Terry. Good 12 and a half
Bars
jump
loaded,
for him.
platform 2.
The bar is loaded.
He's looking for 230 kilos right now. Which is about a 22.5 kilo jump from his first.
Oh,
And we'll see what the refs say. It might have been a little bit of a,
oh,
a hitch
deadlift.
there. And it's
Good
3 white lights.
job,
It's a good lift.
Terry. Oh yeah, that is a 22.
Yes.
Apparently math's not my strong point. No, it's a 12 and a half.
Pardon my math. I'm not very good.
The bar is loaded.
Bars
got
loaded,
Mike
platform 2.
Foster.
5 kilos.
Looking for 265 kilos. How big of a jump is this from his second?
A 15 kilo jump.
Wow.
Not
Might
today.
have been a little bit too much for
A little too
him.
much for Michael today. No lift.
That's okay. There's always next time, right?
Absolutely. He looks to be in a good position for podium as well.
Yeah. All right. Tim Nadeau has one of the best deadlift walkouts. Hopefully he doesn't knock over anything today.
Bars loaded, platform 2 for Tim.
Gonna look real angry. Yep. But usually the smiliest guy I know. Let's get this, Tim.
Very nice. He's
Oh.
grinding it out. Selling the lockout.
Tim, amazing.
Good lift for Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
Very nice of him to show his appreciation for the reps. Giving a nice props.
Great job, Tim.
Pats the media guy in the back and leaves his mark with a chalky hand. I think this is the first guy I've seen use ammonia this meet. Getting absolutely fired up. He's double fisting 2 ammonias right now.
Bars loaded, platform 2.
Taking no time to reach that bar.
Oh, so close.
Just a little too much for Dale today.
That was great effort there, Dale. Loading up, 275.
606 pounds. How big of a jump is this from the second?
Just 5 kilos.
5 kilos.
This will tie a
It's very
PR
smart.
for John.
Very smart third attempt call. Because he's got to be feeling tired right now. So I think this will be just perfect for him. Yeah, he's good grinding it out. He needs to sell the lockout. He sells it, and the refs are buying it. Fantastic.
Next up is Scott. 200.
Great day for
77.5 kilos
John
on the
there.
bar.
Good work. Especially coming back after like a reattempt, right? Some real heavy deadlifts coming up here. And it looks like we have a record attempt, our
Bars
last
loaded, platform
deadlift.
2.
Fantastic.
I think we can all get behind Clifton on the live chat. Tim has a pretty good walkout for his deadlifts.
I wonder if the meet director, Matthew Bowen, asked him to please not knock over the sign.
Probably one of the best videos ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it go viral on Instagram.
Just pushes it back like it's nothing and it just
Yeah.
keeps falling.
15 seconds left, Scott.
I'm thinking Scott's timing out.
Yes.
Probably was his second was pretty heavy. And sometimes it's the right call just to
It was a tough call,
Take
but
it
no
easy.
lift for Scott.
So we're on our second last deadlift of the day right now. Or not of the day, of this session, my bad.
looks like we have a little bit of some fighting back up here. Just saw a deadlift change occur.
272.5 kilos, platform 1.
Oh. There we go.
And it's looking like Ron Strong right now is taking 292.5.
Change. Some changes going on.
It's looking like we're loading up 290.5 right now for a third attempt for one of these lifters.
I think what
There's
happened
been a
was
load
they
change.
saw it. Because 290.5 was up there previously, so I think
Yes, that looked like to be the heaviest deadlift of the session, and then it looks like Ron Strong bumped it up. Or it's
This
no,
is
Ron Strong right now going for a 290.5 kilo
290.5 kilos.
deadlift.
This is an unofficial world record. Everybody
This is
stand up for
a
him. Make some
noteworthy
noise.
unofficial world record right now for him. He'll be looking to make an appearance at Masters World soon. I'm unsure about where it will be next year. The crowd is getting absolutely behind Ron for this attempt.
Make some noise for him.
Everyone is on their feet right now.
Whole crowd standing up here.
He is going to give his absolute best right now.
Just a little too much for
And
Ron.
he gave it his all. Went on his shield. That's all you can ask for. Great day, Ron. We're not done yet. We got 292.5 kilos.
644 pounds.
This is going to close off the session, and then we'll be having quite a long intermission until the next session starts. Because I believe the lifters aren't weighing in until 3:30 Manitoba time. So lifting will be underway at around, I believe, 5:30.
Yeah.
Bars loaded, platform 2.
All right, Alberta.
Over there, like 12 minutes.
Okay, so, yeah, just relax.
Steven Snell, he has had a great meet so far. I believe he is 8 for 8 right now. He's grinding it out, and it was just a bit too much for him. But he gave it his absolute 9. 8 for 9 is still a fantastic meet there.
Thank you.
All right, folks, stick around for the award ceremony. We'll be back just after platform 1 finishes.
If Alyssa Hull is in the building, could she come up to the score table on platform 2? We have found your credit card. I'm about to spend a lot of money.
this cord there, because it is a giant extension cord. Okay. Okay. If not, I think my laptop cord will fit. I didn't even see that. I've literally been sitting here for the last 2 hours. I didn't even see it. This is the last session for the day, correct?
This one coming up?
Yeah.
Deadlift, PM Jumo. Loaded 252.5 kilos. Second attempt.
When do you guys hand out those fantastic bench plaques and all that stuff for the banquet? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet, eh?
Yeah. I unfortunately couldn't attend the banquet because I have like some interview stuff next week
Oh, yeah, yeah.
with the police next week, so I gotta be back home and well rested for
Yeah.
8 a.m. stuff.
Yeah.
So
Back to reality.
yeah.
The bar is loaded.
It's good to see everyone though. I haven't seen any of these guys, some of these people for like 2 years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, like all you do is like talk with them on social media and stuff like that. So you guys had CBC here recently, right?
I don't know if
Are they doing an interview with Matthew right now, or?
I think they might have already.
Sure. That's cool. Is it the Winnipeg one?
I'm assuming so, yeah.
I won't see it on the national tonight.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
No, maybe not on the national.
Deadlift, chest press.
Good job, Jeff.
Round 3.
I didn't know that Shane Martin got elected as the new CPU president. That's pretty cool.
Well, 3 of us from Western Canada. No, 4 of us from Western Canada. 3 of us from Calgary.
I'm hoping that he'll start changing nationals to like more in the fall.
We'll be talking about it.
Yeah. Because I know there was definitely that big push because a lot of the masters were on that oversaw the CPU, and they wanted to give the masters lifters more time for Masters Worlds.
Yeah, but then they moved Masters Worlds back to the fall. So,
Yeah.
but we're going to figure something out. It's on our agenda.
Unless you guys split Masters Nationals and right. So I know they did that for Classic Worlds now, right? They have it's like sub.
Splitting up juniors next year.
Are they?
Yep.
Okay. So there's not going to be a Classic.
Not next year, but the year after is when it's going to be separate.
So is it going to be just juniors and opens now?
Just open. There'll be a juniors, open, masters.
So they'll be all in 3 different locations?
Yep.
That's cool. Of course.
Yeah, because everything else was just killing me.
Well,
And
you've
if
been,
I sit down every little bit, then it's easy to drop.
are you volunteering more this week?
Um,
Or repping, sorry?
one rep Saturday for the big guys, but I might give that to somebody else. And I'm lifting Friday, and I want to back out, and nobody will let me. So
Are you doing the eclipse bench only?
three.
Eclipse relift?
That's the hard part for,
Very cool.
for me for the squat.
You want to wear those shoes? No?
No, I have squat shoes.
Squat shoes? How big's your heel? What kind of shoes do you wear?
I wear Olympic shoes.
Yeah, I wear Olympic weightlifting shoes
Yeah,
too.
the wooden heel.
Is that by Row?
Made in Poland, they're suede.
Okay.
So they don't make them anymore, but I take care of my stuff. So
Is it a big heel or a small heel? Or?
medium, it's not big and it's not small.
I have a pair of Reebok Legacies, right? And that is a big heel. It's too big for me. It's almost a full inch. It's like the biggest heel you can get on the market. But I use it for bench. I love it for bench. It gives like a little bit extra leg drive, right? And then I don't have to worry about my heel coming off the floor. And then I have like a Reebok CrossFit shoe. I've had it for 4 years, and it's like a quarter-inch heel, so it's very, very small. Right? Because I've tried squatting in like the Reebok Legacies, and I find that I'm like leaning too far forward, especially when I squat low bar. Right? But when I squat high bar in it, it feels fantastic. Right?
I'm pretty high. I don't put my bar low.
Did you go to South Africa this year in Cape Town?
No.
No.
Last year we went to Sweden, and then this year we did Commonwealth.
Okay. I was in Sweden last year.
The junior quick?
No. For junior like Classic World.
Oh, okay.
So I spent the last 2 years in Australia doing my university degree. Yeah, so I had the chance to represent Australia twice. I did the IPF Asian Pacifics in March, and then I did the IPF Worlds in Sweden.
Yeah, because we did the IPF Worlds in Sweden, but it was a quick open equip.
Okay. And
Oh, was that awesome?
Yeah, beautiful country, right? What month was that?
I don't remember September or something?
Okay, so it was still fairly nice there, because I was there in June, and it was beautiful. The weather was fantastic.
It was really nice, and the people were nice. Trouble,
Yeah.
the language barrier was a bit hard.
When I was there, the sun wouldn't set until 12:30 at night. I had to black out my, because I had the jet lag, obviously, from a 30-hour flight. So I had to black out my room, because the sun wouldn't go down until 12:30. And then it raised at 4:30. And then if you go very northern Sweden, it doesn't set at all.
Oh, wow.
So,
Well, I got to go through my medals now. I got to get my medals.
sounds good. Hey, Matt, do you think it would be alright if I plug this extension cord into that one so I can have it on my computer for the live stream? Yeah, is that alright? Okay.
It's not plugged into anything though.
There's an extra thing for it.
Power bar up there.
Medal ceremony for the 2020 CPU Nationals, Day 2, Session 2. Presenting our medals from Body Performance Powerlifting, Renee Witsani. All of our medalists will also receive smelling salts from Zone. First off, the Men's Raw Master 1 83 kilo category. We have 3 medalists. The bronze medalist, Rob Dyke. Silver medalist, Kevin Weiss. Coincidentally, he is one of the principals of Body Performance Powerlifting, our session sponsor. Congratulations, Kevin. And the gold medalist for Men's Raw Master 1 83 kilo class, Tom Keene. Congratulations to the medalists, Men's Raw Master 1 83 kilo class. Now, the Men's Raw Master 1 93 kilo class. 3 medalists, the bronze medalist, Matthew McKay. Silver medalist, Cosmin Altano. And the Men's Raw Master 1 93 kilo gold medalist, Keto Allen. Congratulations to the medalists in the Men's Raw Master 1 93 kilo class. Now, the Men's Raw Master 1 105 kilo class. 3 medalists. The bronze medalist, Marcus Hibbert. Silver medalist, Robbie Lapine. And gold medalist in the Men's Raw Master 1 105 kilo class, Patrick Talbot. Congratulations to the medalists. Now, the Men's Raw Master 1 120 kilo category, we have 1 medalist, gold medalist Dale Willicombe. Congratulations. Now, the Men's Raw Master 1 120 plus kilo category. The bronze medalist, Timothy Nadeau. silver medalist Jonathan Breithaupt.
Did you? I told him. Did you? Congratulations. Yeah, it was a big pull, 247. I think more. But yeah, I'm sure I've seen photos of you like walked out with 275.
Men's Raw Master 1 120 kilo plus category gold medalist Stephen Snell.
So I just put whatever I needed. I said, fuck it. If you pull it, you pull it. Yeah. You know? Like, what are you going to do? That's how it goes, right?
Yeah, go on your shield, right?
Well, exactly.
Congratulations to the medalists in the men's Raw Master 1 120 plus kilo category. Now, the men's Raw Master 2 83 kilo category. The bronze medalist, Dean Smith.
Usually if I go past my knees are actually too low, my knees, I'm going to knock them block it out. Yeah. No, God, no. Jesus. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I might do. Yeah, Hush, hush. Yeah, no, I know, but this was all just getting well, yeah, because I don't know how long we're going to last year. Yeah.
Silver medalist, Andrew Bryant. The men's Raw Master 2 83 kilo category gold medalist, Sandro D'Angelo.
Never happy, but yeah, well, they were mine, but you always try to bump them up.
Is that your record?
Yeah.
Congratulations to the men's Raw Master 2 83 kilo medalists. Now, men's Raw Master 2 93 kilo class, silver medalist James Abraham. Men's Raw Master 2 93 kilo category gold medalist Jeff Butt.
God, didn't think he had pants on.
Congratulations to the medalists in the men's Raw Master 2 93 kilo category. Now, the men's Raw Master 2 120 kilo category, silver medalist, Terrence Dale Gibson.
Thank you.
Well, there's mine.
Men's Raw Master 2 120 kilo category, gold medalist, Scott Robertson. Congratulations to the medalist in the men's Raw Master 2 120 kilo category. Now, men's Raw Master 3 83 kilo category, silver medalist John McQueen. Men's Raw Master 3, 83 kilo category, gold medalist Kevin Haberl. Congratulations to the medalists in the men's Raw Master 3, 83 kilo category. Now, the men's Raw Master 3, 93 kilo category. Medaille d'Or, gold medalist Claude Dallaire. Félicitations, men's Raw Master 3, 93 kilo category. Now, men's Raw Master 3, 105 kilo category. Bronze medalist, Danny Jackart. Silver medalist, Ronald Kilpatrick. Gold medalist in the men's Raw Master 3, 105 kilo category, Ben Warcell.
Yes, it is. No, I'm in two. He's in one.
Congratulations to our medalists in the men's Raw Master 3, 105 kilo category. Now, the men's Raw Master 3, 120 kilo category. Silver medalist, Martin Heenan. Gold medalist in the men's Raw Master 3, 120 kilo category, Ron Strong.
Yeah, Ron.
Congratulations to the medalists in the men's Raw Master 3, 120 kilo category. One category left, one medalist to come. Men's Raw Master 3, 120 plus kilo category, gold medalist Michael Forster.
How's it going? Okay. Just starting my last volunteering shift of the week. You know what's really cool is that if I volunteer and I podium.
Congratulations to the men's Raw Master 3, 120 plus kilo medalists. More powerlifting to come. Next session starts at 5:30 this afternoon on these two platforms. Once again, a thank you to Body Performance Powerlifting, our session sponsor. See you back here at 5:30.
Yeah, I know, but like still, like it's really good though. Even I'm getting $50 back from the bench only registration. So, I'll come back 5%.
Yeah, I've been on the live stream all day, like doing the commentating online. So it's been really fun. And then I'm gonna rest all day tomorrow. Sleep in and then compete on Friday. So I've been making use of the food that you packed, and I brought enough that I need because I'm